I am back by popular demand. President's support. We've taken actions over the past. Oh my gosh.
Senator Matthew McConaughey.
Can you take some on the economy?
Guys, we need a longer break.
During this presidency, people felt uncertain about the economy generally, but they actually felt as good about their personal financial situation as they ever have, according to the Federal Reserve survey, with nearly 80% of adults reporting that they are financially comfortable. So that matters as well.
You're saying that people feel good about their personal financial situation. High gas prices, people can't get baby formula, the supply chain is messed up, everything is more expensive. Where's the good part?
So the survey that I just read off started in 2013, and that is the first time that we saw numbers like this since 2013. So that does mean something. Just like you gave me 83%.
I understand that.
I'm giving you
newer than 2013. 61% are saying now in this Wall Street Journal poll they are generally pessimistic about people having an opportunity to achieve the American dream. How's that going to look on a bumper sticker?
I guess what I'm trying to say, Peter, is that we understand that people are feeling this. They are feeling the increase of prices, which with food in particular right now and gas. That is something that we understand.
Why do you think it is that 83% of people polled by the Wall Street Journal say the economy is poor or not so good?
So when it comes to consumer confidence, is what you're talking about there, we know that can reflect concern and uncertainty about higher prices. People feel the effect of high prices when they go to the grocery store and they feel they're up their gas tank, which the president understands very personally when he was growing up, and understanding how when prices elevate even just a bit, how much that can hurt a family, how much that can really affect someone's household. But the fact is, we are in a fundamentally different place compared to when the president took office and compared to this time a year ago.
You've said that we're transitioning to a stable economic growth. The Treasury Secretary also testified today we're going to a stable economic growth. What exactly is a stable economic growth?
I think the way that we're looking at it is just the data, just what we have seen in this past year. The work that he did with the American Rescue Plan, getting that done, and only Democrats voting for it, with the right policies, we are confident that the U.S. can transition from recovery to stable, steady growth and bring down inflation.
Is that GDP growth like under the Obama administration, 1.5%, 1.8% for the year?
I'm not going to get into like the specifics of GDP growth, but what I can say is the numbers, the data that we have seen of May, what we have seen is historic numbers. We are in a historic place in history, historic place right now as we look at where we are with the economy. Very, very different than where we were a year ago, and that is because of what the president has been able to do with a comprehensive plan.
The Energy Secretary Granholm is saying, oh, well, if you went to Canada, you'd be paying $6.25 a gallon. If you went to Germany, you'd be paying over $8.80. In the UK, it's almost $8 a gallon. What kind of an argument is that?
I think what she's trying to say, and what we have all been trying to say, is this is a global challenge.
Is his job to protect Americans from global challenges?
He's doing his part in trying to make sure that the American people feel the impact less. The president has done, he's tapped into the Strategic Petroleum Reserve.
Real quick one, are we in recession then? Because the Atlanta Fed GDP now looks at a snapshot, it's 0.9%. It's gone down from 1.9 to 1.3 for the second quarter. 2 quarters in a row of negative growth is a recession. So are we there, and how close?
Look, the way that we see it is we have the right tools, and we are in a strong place to continue to be in this transition where we have stable growth, and that is what's important. And so that's going to be our focus.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. I do have to go. I really do have to go. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Secretary Yellen said over the weekend to CNN that she was wrong in predicting that inflation was transitory, and shortly afterward, Treasury walked back the statement. I'm just just curious if the White House or any senior aides here were involved in walking back those comments.
What I can tell you is that she was, even when you look at the transcript, she was clear on exactly what she meant by that. The secretary, spoke to this herself to clarify her remarks. And it's true that nobody at the time foresaw the extent of the global challenges that have caused record inflation all around the world. I cannot speak to private conversation, but all I can say is she put out a statement clarifying what she said.
And just one more question. On Friday, senior White House staff met with members of the Congressional Black Caucus to talk about some of the president's ideas for forgiving student debt. I'm wondering what was the purpose of that meeting as the president considers it, and was there any outcome from it?
I don't have any readout from that meeting from Friday night. And so that's what we're saying. What we're saying is that we were in a different place a year ago, and now we are in a much better place economically, but there's still work to do. And
I know you don't want to negotiate from the podium. I just want to try one more time. It seems as though talks are coalescing around compromise legislation the president would sign. Would he sign that?
Again, I'm not going to negotiate from here. I'm not going to talk through the contours of the plan. They're still having those conversations on the other side of the hill. But I can say, let me finish. I'll get to, hopefully this will answer it, which is